Welcome back to a new video. So in this video, I'm not going to be talking too much about the actual training session that you're seeing, but I'm going to be talking about the community post that I made talking about kind of the end of the program and my plans for kind of just the rest of the year, the calendar year, as far as training goes. So in the community post, the short-term version of it is that essentially I'm going to adjust next week's of training to have the final max out day be on the 23rd most likely, which is next Friday. And the reason for that is that the subsequent week after that, I'm going to be in Florida on the 31st when the program technically ends. And I don't really want to put that pressure on myself because I'm going to be driving home to my parents' house for Christmas. And so that's going to be on the 25th. And then I'll probably lift at the Rubber City Weightlifting where I lifted before a couple weeks ago for Thanksgiving the day after. And then a couple days after that drive, I'm going to drive back home and then fly down to Florida and then, be in Florida for a couple days. Well, not too long, but just with all that different traveling, I probably won't be in tip-top shape to be, hitting super great lifts. So I kind of want to put myself in the best position because my break for teaching starts after Wednesday. So Thursday is the first day off. So Thursday will be a complete day off, and then Friday I'll be off, so I'll be able to sleep in and eat all day long and relax, and then go to the gym. So it'll really be the most optimal time to max out, really kind of in the whole year because you don't have anything else really to do. I think the only better time to have really lots of heavy sessions are in the summer, but that's quite far away. But I plan on making it that day, and then after that day, I'm probably not going to start the AI programming until I'm either in Florida and I know a consistent place I can train for a couple days, or more likely I'll probably just start it on the 2nd of January when I fly back, because I'll be training that day anyway, because it will be a light session almost assuredly if I'm starting a program, and I'll be doing a longer one to peak me at some point in the spring. One of the things I'm going to do when I'm in Florida, I'm sure I'll have a lot of time, I'm just going to be visiting my grandpa and stuff, so it's not like we're going to be doing lots of different things, I don't think, but I should have enough time when I'm down there to be looking at a competition, or at least tentative dates for them, and find one that I want to do, and then kind of plan the program accordingly. So I'm sure I'll have a lot of time to do that and figure out that, then potentially start it when I'm down there, potentially not. We'll see how that works out. I may just do random sessions when I'm down there and just kind of do whatever I want for a couple days, because it'll just be easier to do that versus just trying to do like program stuff when I'm at a different gym, and I'll be able to have probably quicker sessions, because when I'm at new gyms I don't like to lift for too terribly long, because it does, I don't know, that's just how I am. But with after that, so that kind of takes me to the end of the year, and I mentioned the January 2nd when I'll start that programming again. Overall, I'm just kind of thinking about like this general year of training. I've hit lifetime PRs and all the kind of major lists. I think the back squat's really the only major one that I haven't, but that could have been this summer. I don't know, I did like a 520 squat at some point, but that might have been not this past summer, but the summer before. But in all the main lifts, like this year was the first year I snatched 135, albeit with straps, but I did do that earlier in the spring, and then had a bunch of attempts at 130 plus snatches, and have snatched more than 130 a bunch of times, and I've done 132 without straps, which is good. And I've PR'd my clean. I've gotten up to 175 or 6. Look at my board. 175. I've tried 176. 175, which is exciting. I've cleaned 170 a bunch of times. I've PR'd my clean jerk, I guess, at my competition earlier this year at that 162. I've PR'd my jerk at 165 or 6, 365 pounds. So in between those 2 kilos. I've hit a couple heavy deadlifts, but nothing that was the 300 kilos. What else? Front squat, I think I did the 195 front squat this year, and I've done 190 plus front squats a bunch of times. Particularly in the summer, I was hitting 190 a lot in the front squat. My push press, I believe I hit 130 this year. My strict press, I think I PR'd it at some point this year. So really, in general, like, it was about as good a year of training as I could go. Like, no major injuries, lifetime PRs in the main lifts, and PR totals several times throughout the year, competition PR total. And yeah, I have exceeded what I did in competition in training now with the same kind of standards, no straps and whatnot, which is exciting. So hopefully, as this next year starts to roll up rather quickly, I can continue to progress, and maybe next year will be the year I can get up to the 140 snatch and maybe push a little bit above that if it's possible. And same with the clean jerk, to really start pushing towards 170 and start trying to take some cracks at it and start, potentially getting the jerk with it down at some point, hopefully earlier in the year rather than later. But I'm going to really try to put a lot of effort in when I start the longer program with the AI, just to do a lot of general work. I feel like the biggest thing that I don't do the program that I don't think is as big of a deal is I don't do a lot of the accessory work. And I don't know, I just feel like I just wouldn't benefit a lot from that. Like, I've been doing a lot of it, but I've just been doing things like upper body stuff for the most part, which I think is just more beneficial to me than doing plyos and stuff. But I will say, and this will be the last kind of tangent I go on, I did some broad jumps the other day. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I actually really enjoyed doing those because they weren't really that stressful, and I actually got sore in the front of my shins, whatever that muscle is, I forget what it's called, but I was sore in that area. So it was kind of interesting to do those because they were kind of fun. They didn't really I wasn't like scared to do them like I am with like box jumps and stuff. So I might add stuff like that in occasionally just to get more explosive stuff, as well as what you'll see at the end of this workout with the tall snatches. So I don't know, there's a lot that I can do better, and I think a lot of it is not in the gym. A lot of it is just sleeping more and eating more. I think if I can get my weight up closer to 240, I probably will get stronger, because it's really steady at 105, and it's really hard to gain weight. So trying my best in that regard, but it's just hard. It's hard to get fat. But anywho, that's it for this one. Hopefully I didn't talk for too long, but I'll talk to you all on the next one, and I hope you all have a good day. Peace.